So we went for a little fig hunt. You know, every now and then we get the itch inside our asses, and in my case, under my foreskin. It's not good, guys.
God damn it.
It's happening. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. Anyway, we get the itch to go hunt for some figures.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're like, let's go to Walmart, guy. So we went, right? And I had some mad pee and the while we were hunting, of course, classic moment, peeing. And we the restaurant that was closest to us, restroom, I'm sorry, was closed, of course. So I'm like, God damn it. So I have to hightail it to the front, right? So I'm already holding this thing like, it's gonna come out soon.
Your
you know?
foreskin's acting up. It's a problem.
By the way, the peeing turned into a need to feast.
Oh, that's the worst.
You know when that happens?
No.
Yeah, that happened. Anyway, so by the time I get to the front, I'm like, oh no, I have to poop too? This sucks. So I walk in, and there's only 2 stalls. The rest are fucking urinals. But now, again, I have the need to fucking shit. So I'm like, God damn it. So I have to wait for a fucking stall now. So I like, it has like one of those turns to go in, so you really can't see the restroom. So when I went in, I went straight to the stalls, and they were occupied. So as I walk back out, really I'm walking to you know, stave off the need to defecate and or piss myself. As I walk out, I notice that there's a Walmart employee leaning against the interior wall, looking annoyed as hell on his phone. And he keeps on glancing up, or actually he keeps on, in this moment I noticed, and later he kept on glancing up and toward one of the stalls. And I'm just like, fuck. All my thought was, I have to wait for this guy to go first whenever someone comes out. This is not good. So I'm walking around the registers, and I go back in the toilet. Still nothing's happening. That guy's looking mad annoyed, guy. And I'm like, what is this? And I'm like walking the entire length of the restroom, guy, just to try to stave off this mojon. Anyway.
Also known as feces?
Also known as feek. Anyway, as I'm making, like about the 3rd or 4th round that I make just walking, as I'm coming back towards the guy that's waiting, he looks up from his phone and goes, are you done in there, man? Right? And he says this just as I'm at level, passing level with the last of the stalls. So him saying that makes me turn to the stall, and that's when I noticed immediately, guy. I'm talking, there wasn't even a microsecond, guy. Immediately I was like, oh, I know why this guy's annoyed. I don't know if you know this, but in some places the lighting creates like this drop shadow effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is one of those cases. It's kind of like a low lighting, you know? So that only amplifies it because right over the stall is the fucking light. And man, again, I stress there was no penis to be seen. But you could see in the drop shadow that this guy was jacking off.
Whacking the beast guy.
You know, you could see the outline of him from the top, and you could see his hand, like, you know, doing the thing. You know, so that was the shadow guy. And I'm like, oh, no.
Whacking the beast.
So, of course, I don't stop walking, but I'm like, what the? I'm thinking to myself, right? And the guy's like, almost done. And then miraculously...
Yeah, come on, guy.
You know, I like just do like a small turn back. Miraculously, he's out of the fucking toilet already.
Could have at least waited a little while to make it seem like you finished duking.
Yeah, something, man. And the dude that was waiting for him, I guess, was so annoyed at that particular thing that he didn't even go in the toilet.
Damn.
Or maybe he was like, this dude whacked off him.
Yeah, who wants to go in there?
So he just marched away, and I'm like, that dude didn't even take a crap. And anyway, I went in there, guy. Hey, look, at least the seat was warm, you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
there was no seat anywhere, thankfully. I don't think he got to finish, because it was like immediately, no one's done there. Or I'm what is it? Anyway, the point is, he was like, you know, I'm almost done. And he fucking walks out. So he didn't get to finish, I think. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But I can only imagine how long that motherfucker was in there.
Yeah, was whacking off in there.
And you posited the theory.
Yeah, you came up to me and you were like, this guy was stroking the beast in there. And I was like, who the hell strokes the beast at a store?
Keep in mind, this is at like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And they close at 11.
It was a little busy. It wasn't too busy, but it was busy enough. It was
mildly busy.
Yeah.
And you're like, who does that? And I revealed that I've whacked off at work once or twice. Let's just say that. I even caught someone at work whacking off on top of a pallet of frozen goods.
Damn.
So I gotta tip my hat to that, my squid to that, because I don't know how the fuck he maintained any form of erection.
Was there shrinkage?
Oh, that was an erect boy, guy.
Was it an impressive boy?
I mean, as far as penises and me grading them go, I guess, yeah.
Damn.
And, I was the boss at the time, so I waited outside, and when he comes out, he did that sneak. He came out of the door.
Classic.
And I was on this side of the door, and then he turns and he sees me, and he just had that look. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, whacked off in there.
And I was like, you got to go, guy. But I did do it myself. And not in the freezer, though. I did do it in the restroom, though. And because when I told you this, you were like fascinated that anybody would do that. And I was kind of like, they may. And here's my logic. Sometimes you see somebody that's mad hot.
No,
right? And the option is carrying that memory all the way home.
That's
or
weird.
just stroking the beast, guy.
No, homie.
And I remember one time I worked, there was this chick, like it was a customer came in. I was
Look,
like,
okay,
homie.
I feel it's different. Hear me out here. It's different if you're an employee because you're there all day.
Right.
You're there all day and you're dealing with people, you're dealing with work, stressful situations, feces galore, basically. Sometimes you gotta stroke the beast and relieve the pressure. Sometimes you feel like shit, you gotta stroke the beast. I get that. So I excuse you, and I even excuse the homie with the frozen semen. Now, if you're going to freaking Walmart to pick up a 2 liter of Coke or some shit, and you can't wait to get home to stroke the beast, you're probably a cretin.
The guy inside the toilet was a Walmart worker too.
He was a worker. You didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, I thought you knew that. The guy that was waiting was like, "Come on, guy." They clearly knew each other.
No, I thought he was a freaking guy that was there, like a guy.
No, he was a worker too. He come out, put on his little vest, and walked out.
Well, all right, but it's still cretinous.
Oh, it's cretinous as hell. Don't get me wrong, I'm a cretin for having ever done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one chick that came in. I was like, damn, I'm not gonna have that memory by the time I get home. I got an 8-hour shift. Really more because I used to do these long ass shifts. And I was like, I gotta whack the bees, gang.
I still feel
it's cretinous.
It's cretinous, but all right. If he was a worker, it sucks, and I hate it, and it's still cretinous. But I give him a little. I give him a little more leeway there.
He probably saw some hottie.
Gotta
pump this one out.
It's probably pumped that boy out. That being said, I feel like, homie, like, do it somewhere else, because there's a lot of people in there. Like, come on, guy. Obviously, we can see your drop shadow. You're backlit an 80s movie. Like, come on, guy.
I'm wondering if everybody ever knew one of those couple of times I did it. Because, the toilets have that... The toilet doors and stalls have those cracks in between. You can kind of see the entire person.
No. You also have a weird tendency to make that weird sound that...
Do what? No. The Sam Smith sound?
You whack off, so...
No, homie. I'm pretty silent whacker.
They probably heard you.
Hey, you know what, though? I caught someone whacking at work.
Yeah,
and it wasn't the ice cream guy.
Was it that dude that was like this?
What's that?
That he had one leg up?
No, that one too. But the point is, there was this dude that had been working there for ages, longer than I had.
Cretin?
I had worked at this job for 11 years. So, he'd been there over 20. Oh, Cretin?
Cretin meter?
Oh, he's a cretin. But he was kind of like a lovable guy. Cretin, lovable cretin.
Lovable cretin, yeah.
And
that's the best kind of cretin, really.
Yep. Anyway, fucking what's the thing? Oh yeah. So, man, one time we're unloading a truck, right?
Yeah.
And I got a fucking mad pee, guy. All these are pee related.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a mad pee, and there's an employee restroom.
Yeah.
Right. So I rush in, and everybody's supposed to be unloading the truck. So I thought there was gonna be nobody in there, and the door was open. And this is again the employee restroom. It's just one toilet.
Yeah.
It's just private.
Yeah. It was tiny.
So I opened the door. And this cretin was only wearing a hat and his boots.
Yeah.
Whacking off. And I was like, what the? And I shut that boy down, went out there, and at the time, there was a manager above me, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker be whacking in the fucking toilet. He's like, nah. And I'm like, dude. And then we noticed that sucker wasn't coming out for a while, and And then my boss went out there and waited outside the door. And
He
sure enough,
finished?
he comes out. I guess so, man.
Wow.
He didn't tell him anything about the cretinous behavior, but he was like, "Guy, we're fucking unloading trucks over here, and you're in there fucking taking a mad duke." And I was like, he wasn't duking, guy. He was duking on his fucking penis, maybe.
Is that how you do it?
By the way, this was not the first time I caught him
That's probably
wearing
what's
only.
going on in your penis.
This is not the first time I caught him wearing only a hat and shoes. I think I may have told this, but it bears repeating. This same guy, like months and months before that, I used to go in early to do orders, right? No, I'm sorry, this is months after. I used to do orders and shit. No, it was before. Anyway, used to do orders, and I would go in the morning before the fucking place opened.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he would show up earlier to get things ready, right? So anyway, I'm doing this order. I send it off, and I come down. I'm like, I'm going to take a piss on company time, because piss has got to be a thing now. And I walk into a fucking public restroom. Granted, it's not store hours, but I walk into the public restroom, and this guy is standing in front of the sink and, of course, the mirror because of that, shaving his chest with a hat and shoes on only.
Mm.
His clothes and his smock and everything are slung over, the little divider of the urinal. And dude, he does not react.
Naked.
He's like, "Oh, hey, Heb." And I'm like, "What the?" And I just go to the fucking toilet, and I'm in there, and I'm like, I forgot about pissing him. I was like, "What the fuck? How do I even react to this?" So I come out of the toilet, and dude, this guy, still shaving his chest, by the way, just sidles a little bit. Sidles enough for me to get in there and wash my hands.
That's gross.
Which, by the way, I did.
Cretinous.
Cretinous behavior, guy. Believe that shit?
That's a fireable offense in my book.
Yeah. I let it slide, though. I don't give a shit. That ice cream, though. Gotta go, guy. Can't be jizzing on creams.
Well, it's already cream.
Well, we can't add to that cream, guy. Anyway. That was the fucking stories we told, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, have you ever fucking jerked the gurk in public?
In public? Was it cretinous?
I think anybody that says they haven't, the large majority of them are lying. Done at least once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But anyway, we're out.